I had heard a lot about the College of Europe and was wondering myself what the college would bring to me. I was lucky to be sent there with Faruk. We were together there for 1 year. And we both learned there what the essential qualities of the European Union were and how it would become a club of prosperity and peace.
Actually, I was totally engaged in European affairs because I was in Brussels for 3 years. I went back to Turkey. I was in the Turkish Foreign Office dealing with, again, European questions. And one day, actually, my ministry asked me whether I would like to go to Afghanistan. And I think it was very interesting opportunity for me because I wanted to look at also the European Union from outside. But it was also interesting to work in Afghanistan in an international way, which means I was not working for the Turkish embassy, but I was working for NATO, and we were working very closely with the European Commission, with the EU representative, and as well as with the UN.
Il croit en Europe, il est un vrai démocrate, il est libéral, et il travaille beaucoup, il fait son meilleur pour faire répandre les valeurs dont l'Union européenne est basée en Turquie et au-delà.
When we talk about Afghanistan, we have to talk about everything. We have to talk about the democratization process. We have to talk about the constitutional process. We have to talk about elections. We have to talk about reconstruction. We have to talk about the creation of national army, creation of national police, and even rehabilitation of the Kabul airport, because I think in the West here, we take everything granted, but in Afghanistan, the ground is totally different than what we imagine. People do not have even water, they don't have any hygiene conditions, they don't have hospitals, they don't have roads, they don't have even drinking water. So I think it was very important to work in Afghanistan because whatever you do, the result is visible. You can see that people are really appreciating what you are doing in Afghanistan. We had the West, which had a model for Afghanistan, but we had the poor Afghan people who did not have any idea of European model of democracy, European model of, let's say, European frame of human rights, whatever. Of course, if you do not explain your intentions well, then there is no success. I think our role, I mean, I don't want to say my role, but the NATO role, and also NATO's senior civilian representative role, where I was working, it was important that we try to communicate Europe to Afghanistan. But also, we were trying to communicate Afghanistan to Europe and to NATO. When we went there and we explained to them that Turkey, with the Muslim population but a secular state, is a part of NATO, and we are here to help you. We are here to help you to create a democratic country, a country which respects the human rights, and a country which functions economically, socially. And it was very important that this Turkishness, for example, helped there to make a bridge between the East and West.
Faruk, I met him when I was a young diplomat in the ministry. And what struck me the most about him was his optimism.
He's social, he's a kind person, he likes to help others.
I think the most three important things that the college, maybe gave to me is, I think one of them is networking, because with the alumni, with the old friends in Brussels, in Strasbourg, in all European capitals and elsewhere, we can communicate better, we can solve problems in an efficient way. This is very important. And secondly, I think it's European thinking, because everyone comes to the college with maybe some national points of view, but there we have these national points, but as well as we are able to think European, and we have to look at the future in a European way. And thirdly, I think the College of Europe is a convincing place, which means that we are all convinced that Europe is possible, the European Union is possible, it can function. And actually, our old rector used to call us as a microcosmos. Students from many countries can come together, they can study, they can look for common solutions, they can look for common future. I think this is very important.
He's like he's a walking European powerhouse, I would say.
His optimism, his sincerity, and the fact that he actually believes, he really believes in all these things that he propagates. And he is a very kind person.
Tout le monde l'aime, peut-être parce qu'il était aussi un moniteur d'aérobics que fréquemment toutes les filles du collège fréquentaient aussi.